Finn had always known that the forest was different. It wasn't just a cluster of trees, it was alive, breathing and listening. He could feel it in the way the wind wove through the branches like a secret being passed along. The way the roots stretched and curled beneath the earth, whispering in a language deeper than words. Most people saw only bark and leaves, but Finn listened. Every afternoon after school, he escaped to the woods, leaving behind the hum of passing cars and the chatter of the town. He ran his fingers over the rough trunks, pressing his ear against the grooved bark, waiting, hoping. And one day, just as the sun melted into gold, he heard it. A voice. Not words exactly, but something softer, older, wiser. It sighed like the breeze, murmuring through the leaves, too ancient to rush, too patient to demand. Finn smiled. "Hello," he whispered back. For years, Finn listened to the trees. Their whispers were quiet at first, like distant echoes of forgotten stories. But the more he listened, the more they spoke. He learned their language. Not in words, but in feelings, in the trembling of the leaves, the way the ground pulsed beneath his bare feet. But one day, the forest was uneasy. The birds were restless, their songs edged with worry. The squirrels darted between branches, pausing to sniff the air, as though it carried danger. Even the wind hesitated, curling through the trees in cautious gusts. Finn knelt in the dirt, pressing his palms to the roots of the oldest oak, the grandfather tree. "What is it?" he whispered. The answer came, carried through the branches, trembling in the earth beneath him. Danger. Change. Loss. Finn rushed home, bursting through the door, breathless. His mother sat at the kitchen table, her lips pressed into a firm line. A map lay before her, thick black lines carving across the land. A highway, straight through Finn's beloved forest. His chest tightened. The grandfather tree, the whispering oaks, the ancient roots that had stretched beneath the soil for centuries, all of it would be erased, gone, turned into pavement and exhaust fumes. "They can't do this," Finn murmured. "They can," his mother said gently. "And they will, unless someone speaks up." Finn clenched his fists. He knew what he had to do. The next morning, Finn stood beneath the grandfather tree, his heart pounding. "Tell the people," the tree whispered. And so he did. Finn knocked on doors, stood in front of packed town meetings, gathered neighbors beneath the sprawling canopy of the ancient oaks. He told them what the trees had whispered, what they had seen, what they had survived. At first, people laughed. A boy hearing trees, impossible. But Finn didn't back down. He showed them the hollowed nests tucked into the branches, the tiny mushrooms that sprouted from the roots, the decades-old carvings in the trunks, names of those who had walked the forest long before him, proof that the trees had always been listening. And slowly, they began to hear. The town rallied. Signs were painted, petitions were signed, voices rang through council meetings. Days passed, then weeks, and then, one evening, Finn's mother sat him down at the kitchen table again, another map before her. The highway had been moved. Finn ran to the forest, pressing his hands against the bark of the grandfather tree. The wind sighed through the leaves like a long sigh of relief. The forest was safe, and its stories would live on.